What's going on, guys? It's Extreme Oscars Oasis Fan 2006. I've been obsessing over the show for months now, rewatching episodes back to back, and I can't shake this feeling anymore. I'm fully convinced that the desert we see in Oscars Oasis is not a real location at all. It's a highly advanced, self-contained simulation, and Oscar is the primary test subject trapped inside it. But he's not alone. Rocco the dog might be another intelligent being stuck in the same digital prison. Let's break this theory down piece by piece with as much evidence as possible. First, the desert itself has no clear identity. The show never tells us what desert this is supposed to be. It's not the Sahara, not the Kalahari, not the Mojave. It's a weird mix of elements from multiple real deserts thrown together with no logic. You have sand dunes that look North African right next to rock formations that look like the American Southwest, and random junk that shouldn't exist in any natural desert. A real desert has geography, climate zones, and borders. This place has none of that. It's just an endless loop of the same orange sand and scattered debris. Exactly what you'd get if someone generated a low-cost simulation environment. Now let's look at the animals and how they don't match real life at all. Oscar is portrayed as a small lizard. In real life, desert lizards like the collared lizard or desert iguana have very specific behaviors and limitations. They don't build complex machines out of trash. They don't show this level of creativity. And they definitely don't regenerate from being crushed flat. Oscar's intelligence and problem-solving ability are far beyond any real reptile. He's acting like a human-level mind trapped in a lizard body. Poppy is a fennec fox. Real fennec foxes are tiny, nocturnal, and extremely skittish. They don't lead gangs, come up with evil schemes, or drive vehicles made of junk. Poppy is way too bold and strategic. Archie is listed as a hyena, but his body shape and laughing behavior don't perfectly match any real hyena species. Real hyenas are powerful pack hunters, not clumsy comic relief, who get bossed around by a tiny fox. Buck is a vulture. Real vultures are scavengers who wait for things to die. Buck actively hunts and teams up with others, which is completely against natural vulture behavior. Then we have Rocco, the dog. This is where it gets really interesting. Rocco shows actual intelligence. He drives the truck while Manolo sleeps. He protects the cargo. He sets traps, and he sometimes works with Oscar against the trio. Unlike the others who seem stuck in cartoon loops, Rocco feels aware. He might be another test subject in the simulation, maybe a more advanced AI, or a second participant watching over the experiment. The fact that he's friendly with Oscar sometimes makes me think they're both slowly becoming aware that something is wrong with their world. And then there's Manolo, the fat guy in the truck. He's the only human in the entire desert, and he's always asleep. He never wakes up, never interacts, never changes. He's basically a background prop. In a simulation, that makes perfect sense. He's not a real person. He's just an NPC placed there to justify the truck's existence. Rocco is the one truly in control of that vehicle. The objects in the desert are another huge red flag. No matter what Oscar needs, there's always a perfectly usable wheel, spring, pipe, or piece of wood lying around exactly where he needs it. Real deserts don't work like that. This is spawning behavior. The simulation is giving him tools to keep the test running. Every time Oscar is about to win or escape, the simulation intervenes with perfect timing. A random rock falls, the trio appears out of nowhere, or something breaks at the worst possible second. That's not bad luck. That's coded interference. Oscar's regeneration is the biggest giveaway. He gets smashed, burned, exploded, and flattened constantly, yet he's perfectly fine minutes later. That's not biology. That's a character being reset by the system. Even the chickens and crocodiles feel artificial. They exist purely as obstacles or resources. They don't have their own goals or development. They're background code. The highway that sometimes appears makes no sense either. Who built it? Where does it go? There are no cities, no other humans except the sleeping Manolo. It's just another prop in the simulation. This whole world was created to study one thing: how long an intelligent being will keep struggling against impossible odds before it breaks. Oscar was chosen because of his incredible persistence. No matter how many times he fails, he gets back up and tries again. The simulation keeps raising the difficulty, but he refuses to give up. And if Rocco really is intelligent too, then maybe the simulation is studying their relationship. Two aware minds trapped in the same digital hell. One small and determined, the other strong and watchful. That's my full, detailed theory. Oscar's Oasis isn't a silly cartoon about a lizard trying to get water. It's the footage of a long-term psychological experiment on a sentient being who doesn't even know he's in a cage. What do you guys think? Does this make sense to you? Do you think Rocco knows the truth too? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want me to make this into a two-part theory, let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.